Hello, hello. Welcome. Bonjour, bonsoir, bon nuit, Kishonye, Sakpase, Bel Moon Beni. Hope you all are well. It's your Cosmic Doula here, and welcome to my Zen Wellness space. If it's your first time, welcome. I'm Christine, the resident Cosmic Doula here, and if it's your first time back, hey. My intention today is to share a little bit of the cosmic guidance and to wish you a happy Capricorn season, happy winter solstice, happy Mercury Cazimi. I was getting ready to type my newsletter for my subscribers, giving them lots of winter solstice gifts. And then I was like, why don't I just come out here and talk about it, chat about it? Gemini sun, Virgo moon and rising here. So Mercury ruled big time. And right now, Mercury is in the heart of the sun, shining. So I'm like, let me use that throat chakra and just come in here and talk about it. I mean, it's Friday. It's the end of the week. What is time? What is weeks? This week has been a strange week anyway, because it's almost holiday season. It's almost Christmas. So, or holidays, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, however you celebrate. So I mean, it's hella late, but like I said, it's the Mercury Cazimi. So I'm like, let me just talk about it, talk about the vibes that we were ushered into during this week, and as well as the winter solstice, Mercury Cazimi, and whatever comes up during this time. We're letting spirit roll. We're letting spirit vibe. So that's my intention, to talk about and give some cosmic guidance around the winter solstice, Mercury retrograde, Mercury Cazimi, the human design transits of the week, as well as the astrology transits of the week. So I'll start off with the human design transits, and beginning of the week, we were already in the thick of gate 11, the sun in gate 11 and the earth in gate 12. And the gate 11, so the beginning of the week, we started off with, and let me just check here my human design ephemeris, and on the 17th, we were in line 3, and today, let's see, are we in a line 3 day? We are in a line 3 day. I knew it. I had a feeling. I love that. So I know this very well because I'm a 3/6 profile in human design. And when I say line 3 day, so the energies, we're in the energies of gate 11, which is, we started off the week in gate 11, which is the energies of ideas, new insights, like just think of that light bulb moment, right? And then when I say a line 3 day, that means we were in the energy of profile 3 or line 3. And when I say that I know this very well, my profile is a 3/6. So that means my conscious, my personality is in the third line of trial and error, like that martyr, like the just experimenting, right? So experimenting with life. And so on a line 3 day, we're really being asked to experiment, try things out, see if it works for us. So that's what I'm doing here today. So we started off the week with that, the ideas factory, and the sun in gate 11. And this is so beautiful. I love gate 11 because we just celebrated my daughter's birthday. She's a Sagittarius, so it's under the energy of Sag, and her conscious sun is in gate 11. And so gate 11 is ideas. It's all about ideas. Like the gift with gate 11 is gifted to come up with endless ideas. And that's my daughter's conscious sun, which it makes up 70% of her design, your conscious sun. So she is full of genius, beautiful ideas, a lot of ideas. And she ain't scared to tell you, okay? That's Sagittarius. She ain't scared to tell you the truth about her ideas. But this is really the energy of contemplation, of imagination, visualization, and another key word for gate 11 is peace, which I love because that's my daughter's name. When you're vibing high in gate 11, you're bringing in and sharing the light of your ideas. When you're vibing low, you may over fantasize and be a little bit delusional and live in a fantasy land about the ideas and what ideas you're coming up with. So when you're watching this video, think back to the beginning of the week, because this was the 12th through Tuesday. So 12th through December 12th through the 19th. So what ideas came up for you during this time? I know for me, there were lots of different ideas throughout my different collaborations. So I had a notebook and I had a scrapbook ready, just kind of like writing down all of the ideas that came up to me. We're not acting on them, right? Because it's Mercury retrograde, but it's good to write down so we can reflect back on them later. So that's the energies of the main kind of topic of that we started off the week with. Then the Earth was in gate 12, which is this is the energy of the fine artist. It's all about the quality. It's not about what you say, but how you say it. Using your voice. It's activated in the throat chakra. So using your voice, right? So you're getting all of these ideas, but how are you communicating that? And we're seeing this kind of show up later on in the week once we get into the astrological energies or the vibes, because we have this Mercury Cazimi, right? So this was the energy from the 12th through the 19th. And now currently we're in a line 3 day. So we're experimenting with this. We're trying things out. The sun is now in gate 10, the behavior self, AKA self-love, AKA looking to your North Star. And I love this energy as the main topic of the week, because this is the energy of self-love, of personal empowerment, of being your own example. To activate this gate, you are an example of radical self-love. So what does it mean to radically love yourself? If you have this gate in your incarnation cross, or one of the major transits, this gift is the gift to love yourself. And by loving yourself, you lead by example. And I have this activated in my chart in a couple of places. I have this as my what do I have this as? My personality. So my Saturn and my Uranus unconscious. I have it in my Mars, Saturn, and Uranus. So this shows up a lot. So this tells me that I really need to be loving myself. Like this showing up as my unconscious Mars really shows me that by taking action and radically loving myself, that's the way that I can take action and kind of be an example for people around me. And that shows up again in my 3-6 profile by experimenting and by loving myself and experimenting different ways that I can love myself. Vibing high with that, I can be an example, or I can be a role model for other people. When you're in the low vibration of this gate 10, you're caught up with trying to please people, putting on a mask, being a different type of archetype of yourself. You're really denying yourself of your own beauty. It's like that narcissistic energy, right? Like thinking that you're all big and bad, but you're really not deeply appreciating yourself. You're just projecting another identity. So we really want to get to love ourselves and know ourselves. So this is the vibes, like really get to understand ourselves and love ourselves. And I love this because this is the vibe of the winter solstice, going in. What are the inner layers? What are the inner parts of you that you can love up on? And the Earth and gate 15, I love this gate. The gate 15 is the wild heart, the gate of extremes. So this is some of the keywords associated with gate 15 is wildness, dancing to the beat of your own drum, your own personal rhythm, radical authenticity. So all of this speaks to loving you, that deep, dark, however you show up, just loving those. When you're vibing high, you're following on your own path. You may not find that routines are your thing, aren't your thing. You're dancing to the beat of your own drum. So is gate 15 activated in your chart? time to take a look, and see what is illuminating for you. And so today, during the Mercury Cazimi, this is illuminating, right? This is illuminating. So experiment with this, experiment with this. And then in terms of the outer planets, we still have the North Node in gate 42 with growth and celebrating yourself, celebrating the growth and the change. The South Node is in gate 32 of continuity, reflecting on past experiences. And Mars in gate 5, which is the time alchemist, the patterns, looking to the past and knowing the patterns and kind of how to experiment with them to get to the alchemist, your end journey. So those are some of the energies. I won't go into too much of that. Maybe I'll dive deeper into that in another video, but let's talk about the astrology, the transits of the week. So like I said, we're still in a Mercury retrograde. We're following the rules of Rees, right? We're recalibrating, we're reflecting, we're readjusting. And remember that Mercury retrograde is a gift, okay? So it truly is a gift. Like, I know a lot of people like to fearmonger around Mercury retrograde, and remember, energy goes where energy flows. So just remember that the next time you, when talking about Mercury retrograde. I won't go on my Mercury retrograde tangent. I'm sure I've talked about that many times before, but Mercury retrograde is truly a gift. It stops us, right? So things, technological things, issues might happen, but it's helping us and preventing us from going the wrong direction, right? Before we go too far in the wrong direction. Mercury retrograde hiccups are like, oh, stop, wait, reflect, go back a little bit. Is that really the direction you want to go? Maybe we should rethink that. Maybe we should reconsider. Maybe we should reevaluate before we move forward. So it's a chance for us to return to the ideas, to see it in a new, different perspective. So this week is also the winter solstice. We had it yesterday, so happy solstice. So this is a season of initiating, right? Because when we have these solstices, it's a season of initiating. And this is initiating us to go into our inner retreat, to reflect on 2023, reflect on what worked, what didn't work, what was difficult with us, what made us dismantle our ego, what we're grateful for, what do we want to see as better going into next year. So this is a great time to go into the hibernation, reflection, retreat mode with the solstice. On the beginning of the week, we had a beautiful Mercury trine Jupiter, a beautiful Earth trine. So that was just great for studying, for learning, making plans. And remember that these energies are not just only on the day. They last linger a couple of days. So we're still feeling this Earth trine, right? We had the first quarter moon, which is the conception phase for me. What that basically means is the first quarter moon was when I was born under. So whatever moon phase that you were born under, it's really a really potent time, and it's a conception phase for you. So you can really use that energy. And if you want to know which moon phase that you were born under, you can check out the link below. I have a Why Astrology video, which talks about my favorite places where I go to pull websites, and one of them is Chani, and I show you where you can find your moon phase in your natal moon phase in that, as well as AstroSeek, so different couple of places. So we also had the Venus opposing Uranus, so there may have been some disruptive energy or unexpected energies. Whenever I think of Uranus, I think of Julie Chen. Expect the unexpected. If you're a Big Brother fan, you get it. But it's really that energy of expect the unexpected. Like, you never know what could happen. And in opposition to Venus, Venus is all about relationship and values. So it is an opportunity to kind of like have unexpected plans, really maybe experiment in your relationship. It's not really good for making things secure in your relationship, creating stability, but it is good for changing things up, switching it up, experimenting, trying things new. So again, opportunity to still do that. And then of course we have the winter solstice, which means the days are getting longer. It's the return to light. And so this is a great time, like I said, to retreat, to go in, to get clear and realistic about the goals and what you want to head towards, just a chance to kind of and it's great that we have this Mercury retrograde, and Mercury retrograde actually goes direct on January 1st. So it kind of lines up with the Gregorian calendar. So this is a double great time, not only with the Mercury retrograde where we're going back and reflecting and reviewing, but it's also a great time to go back, reflect and review, and to gather all of those different seeds and different things. I'm thinking about a squirrel or a bear, which is eating all that you can, reflecting all the information that you can so that you are full in order for your hibernation season. And when it's time to go direct, or when it's time we start to feel these energies, we are really prepared. We're full, we're nourished, right? It's also tending to that womb space. I think of winter solstice as that deep womb space. Also that dark black moon Lilith energies. During our Sagittarius new moon deep care session hosted by Black Mama Body, the card that came up, and I'll make sure that I link that video below. Beautiful offering that we have for you guys as you beautiful people, as community care. We had some sound healing in there, a yoga flow. We pulled some cards, and one of the cards that popped up was the Black Madonna. And what's associated with the Black Madonna is that sacred dark goddess mother. And when I think of that, I think about that sacred womb space. So where it's not being pure, it's not being love and light, right? We're going into the dark, we're going into the womb, we're going into that gestation period to retreat. And this is this part of the sacred forest, the spirit guardian of winter retreat, spirit guardian of winter retreat. And I think that this is just such a beautiful card that really speaks to us retreating, us being in our own little personal bubble, and reflecting and retreating into that inner cabin, into our inner fire, right? And I just want to read what the spirit guardian of winter has to say, because I thought this message was truly beautiful. Enter silent, deep place within you. Renew, retreat, repair your body, items, and relationship. Examine your life, make adjustments as needed. Watch your nocturnal dreams, meditate, and look for messages from spirit. So these are all great activities that you could do around this time, during this winter time. Winter is a time for replenishing your inner resources, care for your body, health, and mend and organize your objects in your home. Repair whatever needs to be repaired. Step into sacred silence. Discover the answers within. Spirituality, winter is a season of retreat and renewal. It's time to be still. Take stock of your life and future. The spirit of guardian reminds us to stop the busyness of life and relax. Relax. And look at what was on the bottom of the deck. Tend to that inner cave. Where is that inner cave? Is that sacred dark mother? Is that womb space? Really tending to that at this time. So that's just the energies of the winter solstice. Again, at the time of the winter solstice, we had Mercury sextile Saturn. So Mercury retrograde sextile Saturn. So again, this is just a beautiful, harmonious aspects to help us get disciplined, right? In that retreat time. It's great for concentration, learning new skills, getting an idea of the bigger picture around us, and helping us to think practically and to get honest with ourselves and others. So this Mercury retrograde sextile Saturn at the time of this winter solstice is really supporting us during this time. And like I said, today we have the Mercury Cazimi, which I love. Mercury is getting cleansed by the heart of the sun. This is the first official transit of Capricorn season. So happy Capricorn, happy Capricorn. Happy solar return to all of my Capricorns, my beautiful Capricorns. 2 of my bestest friends are Capricorns. So shout out to y'all. Love y'all. It puts an emphasis on thinking and how it puts an emphasis on thinking and reflection, right? So Mercury is information, data, and in retrograde, it's reflecting. So reflecting on our ideas. And we had a lot of those in the beginning of the week, right? With the sun in gate, do y'all remember what it was? The sun in gate 11 in the beginning of the week. So it's really a chance to go back through those journals, go back through your voice notes, go back through your pictures, archive them, save them. Great time to back up your electronics and your devices during this time. So it's a great time to also be curious. This Mercury Cazimi can reveal some things that may have been working, that may not have been working. It's a time to get curious. It's good, like I said, remaining curious, revisiting plans and stories that you tell about yourself. It's a great time for that. So again, that womb space, thinking, like I'm picturing, like all I keep seeing in my mind is just like being on, if you ever done a yoni steam, like it's a really sacred time to be with your inner self, to connect with your womb and to connect with those deep, parts of yourself that you really never thought about. So it's really not good for last minute plans. So just take it slow. Rest and retreat during this time. So I think that's all I have for y'all today. Again, I'm just sending my winter solstice blessings. Happy Mercury Cazimi. Highly recommend during this time of retreat that you check out the new moon offering care, deep sacred care with Shosheta, Mickey, and Aaron. We gathered together and we just did a beautiful new moon in Sagittarius ritual, and so highly suggest. I'll make sure that I comment that below. But before I leave you all, I just want to share, as you're resting and as you're retrieving, just want to pull some, and look at that, connect with your womb. As soon as I open the deck, what did I say? That invitation to do a yoni steam to connect with your womb. I'm just going to pull some self-care cards for us and see what we could maybe focus on while we're in the stage of self-care and retreating and going in and hibernating at this time. Connecting with your altar, maybe refreshing your altar could be a good activity or practice during this time, or even making an altar. Make a winter solstice altar and put some of your favorite, winter items to celebrate this winter season. Abundance planning, and I love this abundance planning, right? We're looking back, we're reflecting, we're planning, we're gathering our seeds and for what we want to plant, what we want to plant for the new year, for to bloom in the springtime once we get to the next solstice. So make a plan, doing an abundance planning, right? So we're not only planning, we're planning about the money we want to make, okay? We're planning about the money, okay? The abundance that we're bringing in during this time. Do a little dance of self-care. Get out of your body, right? That's self-care. That's retreating. Move your body and flow like water. Connect and flow like water. So invitation to go to the beach, flow like water in a spiritual bath. This was in the bottom of the deck. So that's a great way to nourish yourself as well. And lastly, I'll just pick a card from rest deck because we're resting, we're retreating, we're resting, right? So let's see what rest is. Resilience, right? Rest does not have to be earned. Rest does not have to be earned. Every time you pull this card, repeat the phrase to yourself. Rest does not have to be earned 5 times. Say it with me. Rest doesn't have to be earned. 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 Rest does not have to be earned. Whisper it silently, boldly proclaim it. Write it over again. Place this card on your bathroom, your counter, your office, next to your bed, next to your heart. You don't have to earn rest. It is a birthright. So this is going on my winter solstice altar. So much love to y'all. Enjoy the winter season. Enjoy the holiday season. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy Christmas. Merry Christmas. Bon Makaya. You know, make sure you do your spiritual baths, your spiritual cleansing. Great time for that. What else? Feliz Navidad. Bon Ami. And I think that's all. I love y'all so much. If you want to get a reading for the new year, kind of just talk to your Cosmic Doula, kind of see what's going on in your astrology chart, in your human design chart, get to know your personal year and numerology. All of those links are below. So feel free to connect with me if you want to leave an energy exchange as a love offering, a love donation. All those links are below. Every single penny from now until March that I receive is going to help me get to my next spiritual endeavor, which is Fet Dambala in March. So I'll be heading to Boston for that. So any love donations are truly appreciated, and may it return to you 100-fold. And happy holidays to you all. Happy winter solstice, and tend to that sacred inner space, your inner cave. Love on it right now. All right. So much love.